Welcome to North Carolina Weekend. I'm Deborah Holt Noel. Do you have an object in your home or family that you treasure? Maybe it's a piece of furniture, pottery, or a painting that's been passed down for generations, and you'd like to know who made it or where it came from. Well, tonight, North Carolina Weekend begins a new series called Collecting Carolina, and it's all about how to research, buy, or sell unique pieces of North Carolina culture and history. And we begin at the only museum in the world that focuses on items like this, and our partner in the series, the Museum of Early Southern Decorative Arts in Old Salem.
Here in Old Salem, come down Main Street and visit a remarkable museum and research center that houses an incredible Carolina collection. I've always loved antiques, and here there is a museum dedicated to Southern decorative arts.
Old Salem was founded in 1950 to preserve and protect the Moravian town right here in Salem. 15 years later, Mesda was founded by Frank Horton, who had been the director of restoration at Old Salem since its founding. But he and his mother, Theo Tolliver, had a vision. They had been classic collectors of Southern material through the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And in 1965, when Mesda opened, I think it's important to remember that the industrial New South was on the rise, the Old South was rapidly disappearing, houses were being torn down, things were being thrown away, and they really united their collection with Old Salem to create a museum that would preserve the best of early Southern culture. When Mesda opened in 1965, it was a converted grocery store filled with rooms of early Southern architecture and decorative arts. Now we're a museum, we're a think tank, we're an educational institution, we're a research center. We are the hub of discovery for early Southern culture and decorative arts and material culture.
Highly trained tour guides offer in-depth explanations of the over 2,500 items, carefully displayed in 24 period rooms and 6 galleries.
Now, this gallery, we're looking at Piedmont, North Carolina. The chest here on the platform is a chest going to date from the early 1800s. It's from Alamance County, North Carolina. Really great example of North Carolina painted furniture. Now, the form of the chest is going to evolve over time, and what you're going to see is the inclusion of drawers. And eventually, you're going to see chest of drawers. And this is going to be a piece from a Quaker cabinet maker working in Piedmont, North Carolina, in Randolph County. And his name was Jesse Needham. And this form is going to be a chest on frame construction.
And your guide will take you from the best of the 18th century to the best of the 19th century and point out the human stories and the diversity of early Southern culture, from Anglicans to Huguenots to enslaved Africans, and how they all came together to make the early South such a unique place. So here at Mesda, Julia, we have 24 rooms with architectural settings. We have 6 galleries for a total of 30 spaces to show people the best of Southern decorative arts. And many people ask, what is decorative arts? And it's a very simple definition. It's the things people lived with on a daily basis. And we are the only museum in the world that addresses the history and the material culture of the early South. As we like to say, we cover from when the first English footsteps landed at Jamestown to when the first cannons fired on Fort Sumter, looking at the original Southern colonies stretching from Maryland all the way down to Georgia and then out into Kentucky and Tennessee, the 2 states that were carved out of Virginia and North Carolina in the 1790s. That's our mission, and we go about achieving that mission through objects, displays, exhibits, publishing a journal, educational programs, and reaching out to the public.
Thomas Gray, a cousin of founder Frank Horton, has donated a new library and research center with unparalleled North Carolina historical research content and artifacts. Tom, tell us about this document right in the center.
Julia, it's one of my very favorites. This is a document from Eastern North Carolina signed by William Trine. Of course, William Trine was the royal governor of North Carolina under George III, King George III of England. This is a very, very singular collection here of the historical aspects from 1585 to 1865 that wraps around both Mesda and Old Salem's collections.
Researchers come to the Mesda Research Center to find out about things they have at home. And we have two researchers here today who have brought actually an object. Normally people simply bring a picture of an object and go through our files and try to figure out things that are similar to it, find things that are related. And these researchers today have already gone through the files of Eastern North Carolina tables, and you can see them working through our files, but they've also been to the library and have pulled some books relating to the tables that they're working with.
For me, I've been involved with Mesda for 35 years, and the importance for me is to build the files as well as use the files. So that's why we brought our table, so that it could be also part of the research for the next person who comes along. So over the years, we build the files, and we also get to use other people's research, and hopefully through all that, we can figure out a lot of things about who made furniture early in our history.
When someone comes in to do research on either an object or a craftsman, they can look first at our object database, or they can look at our craftsman database, which is now online. And what we have done is to read primary documents and have, over the last 40 years, accumulated almost 84,000 craftsmen in our database. And Kim is working with a period newspaper right now. But that's how we gather information on the artisans that we have in our database.
I've always been a collector, one form or another. And I collected American antiques for years. I collected antique toys. My mother and I did a museum here for those. And then I moved into the rare books and manuscripts, which is sort of a natural for me, having been a student at Winterthur and Duke University, so it worked out. That's the fun part of this rare book room here. Beside the great Mesda Library and Research Center, is that this puts Mesda, the Museum of Early Southern Decorative Arts, in context. It puts Old Salem in context. Here is the historical surround that wraps the history around the buildings, the decorative arts, the silver, the great desk and bookcases, the great pottery that you find here in Old Salem. This is the historical context for all that. What you have in this room now is a collection of collections. You have documents and very important things from the Lord Proprietors and early royal governors of North Carolina. All the governors of North Carolina, it's primarily a North Carolina collection. All the revolutionary generals, the signers of the Declaration of Independence and Constitution from North Carolina.
A fascinating resource and growing collection of historical artifacts and Southern treasures. For North Carolina Weekend and Collecting Carolina, I'm Julia Carpenter.
The Museum of Early Southern Decorative Arts is located at the end of Main Street in Old Salem. Guided museum tours are available Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 1 to 5. To book a tour, call 336-721-7369. If you have a special object you would like to research or have a special research project, visit their website at mesda.org or call them at 336-721-7379 to plan your visit.